Hello everyone, let's talk about the latest statistics of the Chinese economy of August 2025 and the implications for the rest of the year, including implications for the stock market and also monetary policy. My views are very simple. Number one, the August numbers are not very good, okay, to be understating, okay, to be polite. Okay, why? Because let's look at it. The investment, fixed asset investment, normally it's a leading factor of the Chinese economy. Most important component of the Chinese GDP only grew at the pace of 0.5%, less than 1%, 0.5%. And second, the consumption only grew, in terms of retail, only grew about 3.4%. Okay, so I have in my mind 4.5% as my benchmark, okay? And also CPI, the price level, decreased by 0.4%. So all of this, okay, paint a clear picture. The economy is still too cool, okay, too cool, too cold, okay? Okay, so what's the implication? The implication is that between now is middle of September to the end of this year, I strongly believe policies will jack up, will further boost in order to help the economy, because we are at the very end of the 14th five-year plan. We are literally at the final stretch of the five-year run of the Chinese economy. So this final run will be very important for the ending of the 15th five-year plan. Although there's no specific economic target of GDP growth during the 14th five-year plan, still GDP growth rate of the past 5 years is still very important. Okay, so I expect number one, more expansionary monetary policy, especially in light of last night's announcement of the US Fed of cutting the US interest rate by 0.25%. Okay, so Chinese monetary policy will be even more expansionary. I'm talking about lowering interest rates and lowering, perhaps and very likely, lowering the deposit reserve ratio. And furthermore, the fiscal policy will be more supportive of economic growth. More specifically, it's likely to have an increased amount of central government debt issued by the central government to support local governments in order for local governments to pay back their delayed payments to enterprises and contractors, and therefore to let the enterprises have more cash, more liquidity, okay? So in today's Chinese economy, injecting liquidity through the banking sector, through the financial system, is not as important or effective as directly supporting local governments, giving them more cash flow, enabling them to alleviate the burden on the enterprises, because the enterprises have been held back by local governments in terms of the delayed payments. So finally, implication for the stock market, good. Okay, the stock market is now still going strong. I think something around 14-15% from beginning of this year to right now. Okay, finally we've seen a double-digit stock market performance. So this will continue, most likely will continue, unless something bad happening in other stock markets transmitting back to the Chinese economy. Okay, overall, the stock market will continue to be reasonably strong. Okay, so this is my overall analysis. Okay, the bad news is the August numbers are not as strong as people have been expecting. The good news is policies will be more supportive, and therefore stock market will perform. Okay, so here are my views. Please leave questions at the bottom of this video. I would like to hear your comments and your questions. I will come back to answer these questions. Thank you.